Hey everybody, welcome to another demo of Database. Today we're going to go through a demo of the graph capabilities under, once you log into database.ai, come under capabilities and go to graph. Here you can search through organizations, people, or technologies. We're going to focus on an organization here first, where you can search for an organization such as Harvard. Say type in Harvard University, you can hit enter. The graph will populate, and these initial colors that you see here are identified by their risk level. You can right click any of these nodes, view the data, and it'll show that this node is red because it's very high, or just high risk. These other ones, this would be very high risk. You can translate the page here. This is Stakey Lab of Computer Science. You could click this open visualization page to extend to the organization's visualization page, where you can assess their relationships, people, and focus on maybe their network graph connections as well. We can go back here, back to the Harvard University page. Up here at the top, you have a little toolbar where you can open the nodes table and kind of quickly look through these other connected entities. So again, these are all connected based on the scientific and science and technology publications, the Chinese publications, where then the risk processing is identifying the organizations with some kind of risk level connected to Chinese entities of various risk. Here's the connections laid out again. Any of these can be clicked on to extend the graph or open the visualization page. But what we're going to do here is work with this little toolbar where we can maybe extend on affiliations and maybe look at affiliations with extreme risk. Extreme risk are affiliations that are connected to the Chinese military, the PLA. So we can graph that. And what we'll see here is these new entities added, Xi'an Jiantong University, some various departments as well. We could also graph on just very high, which would cover your military and users, the entities tracked by Commerce, the entity list, and the FCC's covered list as well. So we can click on very high. And we'll see over here on the left, additionally added very high risk. You can change this node count. This default's at 10. If you wanted to increase it to 500, you could. It'd just be a pretty big graph. We're going to also graph by impact affiliations. These would be U.S. and allied universities. So we can click on that node, and you'll see populated other U.S. departments and universities. Some of these will populate in Chinese. This is because the Chinese publication that this is being derived from was only available in Chinese. So this is the Laboratory of Systems Pharmacology, Harvard Medical School. You can view that data again. See, it's just one publication identified there. Any of these you could then pivot on. Let's see. MIT, maybe pivot on to that institution to look for, maybe multiple connections between university and Harvard. We could also pivot on, say, this entity and risk to see that these two institutions here, the Laboratory of Systems, Harvard Medical School, is connected with these risky Chinese entities, Stakey Lab of Computer Science, and as well as Harvard Medical School being identified as very high risk, just based off of these very high risk entities on these publications. You could also, if you wanted to start over on a different entity, you can pivot over here, or even in technology, if you wanted to focus on, say, a technology such as we can look at hypersonic vehicle, create a technology graph, and we can pivot on hypersonic vehicle. And what would be interesting is entities of extreme risk. But you could also come at this a different way of trying to correlate U.S. and allied papers, focused on hypersonic vehicle research, and then look at where they might be connected to Chinese entities that they're collaborating on hypersonic vehicle research. So you have University of Texas at Arlington, some PLA units, University of British Columbia. So what you're starting to build out here is this relationship between technology and some kind of risky technology, and universities and Chinese entities collaborating together on, likely some kind of defense-related research. You could also expand on technologies as well. Up here, maybe on people. Can extend on these people connected to University of Maryland, Baltimore, and so on. We could look at risk level here. You don't have to choose a risk necessarily at all. You can just identify a risk, and it'll expand on the most significant risk relations. So interestingly here, University of Maryland is connected to USTC Beijing and Chongqing University, which are a deep dark purple for indicating extreme risk. Extreme risk meaning they have Chinese military connections. Indicated by here, this PLA star. We can click on this PLA star and see the Chinese military connections over here on the right, as well as entities on the Commerce Entity List, EL for Entity List. There's also on these visualization pages keywords, keyword clouds, dendrograms, graphs, all things to assess the relationships of this university. Over here, something I didn't cover yet is you can see the last generated nodes by clicking New, and down here on the bottom, it'll show your new nodes on the chart, on the graph. You can filter by nodes as well if you're just looking for, say, university. See all your university nodes. You can type in again Maryland. See our Maryland nodes. In the future, we'll have capabilities to combine these nodes and visualize the papers that connect them specifically. And those kind of features will be out soon. Well, thank you for watching this quick 9-minute demo on the graph capabilities. Register and try it out. Thank you.